In the world of Oracle databases, security reigns supreme. One of the foundational pillars of this security is the system of privileges. Privileges act as gatekeepers, determining who can access what within the database. Just as a real-world gatekeeper controls entry to a secure facility, privileges control access to valuable data. Without a robust privilege system, your data is left vulnerable to unauthorized access and potential misuse. Oracle offers a two-tiered system of privileges: system privileges and object privileges. System privileges grant users the ability to perform specific actions within the database, such as creating tables or altering system settings. Object privileges, on the other hand, control access to specific database objects like tables or views. Imagine system privileges as granting access to the entire building, while object privileges allow access to specific rooms within the building. System privileges in Oracle are akin to holding the master keys to the database kingdom. These privileges grant users the power to perform system-wide actions that go beyond interacting with specific database objects. Think of tasks such as creating users, managing table spaces, or even shutting down the database. These are high-level actions that require significant trust and responsibility. Oracle provides a wide array of system privileges, each tailored to a specific set of actions. For instance, the Create User privilege allows a user to create new user accounts within the database, while the Drop Any Table privilege grants the ability to delete any table, regardless of its owner. The specific privileges granted to a user determine their level of authority and the scope of their actions within the database. Granting system privileges should be approached with the utmost caution. Assigning excessive privileges can open the door to security risks, potentially allowing unauthorized users to perform actions that could compromise data integrity. It's essential to follow the principle of least privilege, granting users only the privileges absolutely necessary for their roles and responsibilities. Regularly reviewing and revoking unnecessary system privileges is a critical security practice. As user roles and responsibilities change, their privilege requirements may also evolve. Staying vigilant about privilege management helps ensure that the database environment remains secure and compliant with organizational policies. The syntax for granting system privileges is straightforward and consistent. The basic structure is as follows. For instance, to grant the Create Session privilege to a user named John, you would use the following command. This command empowers John to establish a connection to the database, a fundamental privilege for any user. Revoking system privileges follows a similar syntax. To remove John's ability to create sessions, you would execute. This command effectively disables John's access to the database. Oracle also allows you to grant system privileges to roles, which are essentially groups of privileges. This simplifies privilege management by allowing you to assign a set of privileges to a role and then grant that role to multiple users. For example, this grants both John and Jane the privileges associated with the app_developer role, streamlining the process of managing user access. Mastering the syntax of grant and revoke commands is essential for any Oracle DBA. These commands provide the tools to meticulously manage system privileges, ensuring that users have the appropriate level of access to perform their duties without compromising database security. While system privileges control actions at the database level, object privileges focus on managing access to specific database objects. These objects can include tables, views, sequences, procedures, and more. Object privileges determine who can interact with these objects and what actions they can perform. Common object privileges include Select, Insert, Update, Delete, and Execute. These privileges grant users specific permissions on the target object. For example, granting Select privilege on a table allows a user to retrieve data from that table. Granting Insert privilege allows a user to add new records to the table. Object privileges provide a granular level of control, allowing you to fine-tune access to specific data elements within your database. You can grant different privileges to different users or roles based on their specific needs and responsibilities. For instance, a data analyst might only need Select privilege on a table to perform queries, while a data entry clerk might require both Select and Insert privileges. Carefully managing object privileges is crucial for safeguarding sensitive data and ensuring that users can only access and modify information relevant to their roles. By implementing a well-defined privilege structure, You can maintain data integrity and prevent unauthorized access or modifications. Granting object privileges follows a similar syntax to granting system privileges, but with a focus on the specific object and privilege. The basic structure is as follows. For instance, to grant select privilege on the customers table to a user named Alice, you would use the following command. This command allows Alice to retrieve data from the customers table. Revoking object privileges mirrors the syntax for revoking system privileges. To remove Alice's ability to select data from the customers table, you would execute. This command effectively disables Alice's access to the customers table data. Similar to system privileges, you can grant object privileges to roles, simplifying privilege management for groups of users. For example, this grants both Bob and Carol the privileges associated with the sales_team role, allowing them to select and insert data into the customers table. Understanding the syntax of grant and revoke commands for object privileges provides you with the tools to precisely control access to specific database objects. By carefully managing object privileges, you can enforce data security policies and ensure that users have the appropriate level of access to perform their tasks. Roles in Oracle Database are a powerful mechanism for simplifying privilege management. Think of roles as containers for a set of privileges, both system and object. Instead of granting individual privileges to each user, you can create roles that encapsulate specific sets of privileges tailored to different job functions or responsibilities. Using roles streamlines the process of granting and revoking privileges. Once a role is created and populated with the appropriate privileges, you can simply grant that role to multiple users. This eliminates the need to grant individual privileges to each user, saving time and reducing the risk of errors. Roles also improve security by providing a more structured and auditable approach to privilege management. By grouping related privileges within roles, you can easily track and monitor the access levels granted to different users or groups. This enhanced visibility simplifies the process of auditing privileges and ensuring compliance with security policies. Embracing the use of roles is a best practice for managing privileges in Oracle Database. Roles streamline the process, enhance security, and improve auditability, making them an indispensable tool for any Oracle DBA. Effective privilege management is paramount for maintaining the security and integrity of your Oracle database. By adhering to best practices, you can minimize the risk of unauthorized access, data breaches, and other security threats. One of the most fundamental principles is the principle of least privilege, which advocates granting users only the privileges they absolutely need to perform their tasks. Regularly reviewing and revoking unnecessary privileges is crucial for maintaining a secure database environment. As user roles and responsibilities change, their privilege requirements may also evolve. By periodically reassessing privilege assignments, you can ensure that users only have the access they need, reducing the potential attack surface. Using roles to manage privileges is another best practice. Roles simplify privilege administration by grouping related privileges and allowing you to grant those roles to multiple users. This approach not only streamlines the process, but also improves auditability by providing a clear record of privilege assignments. Implementing a comprehensive auditing strategy is essential for monitoring privilege usage and identifying potential security breaches. By tracking privilege grants, revocations, and usage patterns, you can gain valuable insights into user activity and detect any suspicious behavior that might indicate a security threat. Auditing and monitoring privileges are critical aspects of maintaining a secure Oracle database environment. By tracking privilege usage, you can gain valuable insights into user activity, detect potential security breaches, and ensure compliance with organizational policies and regulatory requirements. Oracle provides various auditing mechanisms to capture privilege-related events. You can enable auditing at the system level to track all privilege grants and revocations, or you can focus on specific objects or users to monitor their privilege usage patterns. The audit trails generated provide a comprehensive record of privilege activity, allowing you to investigate any suspicious behavior or potential misuse of privileges. Regularly reviewing audit logs is essential for identifying potential security threats. By analyzing privilege usage patterns, you can detect anomalies that might indicate unauthorized access attempts, privilege escalation, or other malicious activities. Early detection of such threats allows you to take prompt action to mitigate the risks and protect sensitive data. Auditing and monitoring privileges should be an integral part of your overall database security strategy. By implementing robust auditing mechanisms and actively monitoring privilege usage, you can enhance the security posture of your Oracle database and protect valuable data assets from unauthorized access. Privileges are the cornerstone of security in Oracle database. They act as the gatekeepers, controlling who can access what within the database environment. Understanding the nuances of system and object privileges, mastering the grant and revoke commands, and implementing best practices for privilege management are essential for any Oracle DBA. By carefully managing privileges, DBAs can ensure that users have the appropriate level of access to perform their duties without compromising data integrity or security. Adhering to the principle of least privilege, regularly reviewing and revoking unnecessary privileges, and leveraging the power of roles are key strategies for maintaining a secure privilege structure. Auditing and monitoring privileges provide valuable insights into user activity and help detect potential security threats. By actively reviewing audit logs and analyzing privilege usage patterns, DBAs can identify and mitigate risks, ensuring the ongoing security and integrity of the database environment. Mastering the art of privilege management in Oracle database is a journey that requires ongoing vigilance, meticulous attention to detail, and a commitment to security best practices. By embracing the principles and techniques outlined in this guide, you can confidently navigate the world of Oracle privileges and safeguard your valuable data assets.